Hi friends, today I want to discuss about packing of lattice points or packing of spheres. Solid is the one type of matter. It is made up of many constituent particles. They are also called atoms or lattice points. But how these lattice points are arranged inside the solid? How these lattice points could packed inside the solid or inside the crystal lattice? So that is our topic, packing of lattice points. Generally, the lattice points are considered as hard spheres. You can call it as a packing of hard spheres or packing of spheres. So the real or true structure of solid is three dimension. So how this three-dimensional structure of the solid is formed by the lattice points. So the three-dimensional structure of the solid formation takes place in three steps. So first the lattice points combine together, they form the rows, number of rows. So that is called close packing in one dimension. After formation of the rows in one dimension, close packing, so the number of rows combine to form a two-dimensional layer, that is called close packing in two dimensions. So once the two-dimensional layers are formed, so this number of two-dimensional layers will combine, it gives the one three-dimensional true structure of the solid, that is called close packing in three dimension. So the three-dimensional structure of the solid will form in three steps, that is close packing in one dimension, close packing in two dimensions, close packing in three dimensions. So let us see one by one. So what is this close packing in one dimension? So first the lattice points combined and arranged in a straight row like this. So in this what happened? So each lattice point touch with the two adjacent lattice points. So for example, if you take this lattice point, so this is our lattice point. So this lattice point touch with two adjacent lattice points, and these lattice points arranged in a straight row. So this is one row. So this is called close packing in one dimension. So this number of rows combine to form a two-dimensional layer, that is called close packing in two dimensions. The rows which are formed in one close packing in one dimension combine in two different ways. So let us see what are these two different ways. The first one is square close packing, and the next one is hexagonal close packing. Let us see what is the square close packing. So in square close packing, the particles, the lattice points are arranged like this. Let us consider that this is the first row. This is first row. And what is this one? This is a second row. The spheres of second row are exactly aligned with the spheres of first row horizontally, horizontally and vertically. Spheres of second row aligned with the spheres of first row, then the second row is also called A type. The first is A type, second also called A type. Third also same type of alignment is there. So fourth also the spheres are aligned with the remaining rows spheres. So this is A type arrangement. It is A type arrangement because all spheres are aligned together vertically and horizontally. So that's why this sphere arrangement is A type arrangement. So in this arrangement, take the one reference point. So I want to take this reference point. So around this reference point, the four spheres are arranged in a square type. So in square shape. So that's why it is called square close packing. Then what is the coordination number in square close packing in two dimensions? That is 4. So coordination number is 4. In this, the lattice points are not properly arranged. So because of this, they cannot form the strong crystal lattice. The crystal is easily ruptured. So crystal lattice easily rupture. That is not that much strong. The crystal lattice is not that much strong. Here, so many empty spaces are there, and moreover, the voids are not occupied. These are the voids. So these voids are not occupied. So hence, in this packing, the packing fraction is very less and more empty spaces. So packing fraction is less. And the lattice points are easily slided. They can move. The atoms can slide. The three-dimensional arrangement of square close packing gives the simple cubic lattice or primitive cubic lattice. So because of these layers, so simple cubic or primitive cubic lattice are formed. So the 3D arrangement of these layers gives SC or PC, primitive cubic lattice or simple cubic lattice. So these are the features of square close packing of the lattice points. So now come to the hexagonal close packing. So here, how these atoms are arranged. So let us take, this is the first row, and this is second row. When the spheres of second row are placed in the depressions of the first row. So this is first row, and where are the depressions? These are the depressions. So these are the depressions. So when the spheres of second row are arranged in the depressions of the first row, then the spheres of second row are not aligned with the spheres of first row. The spheres of second row are not in a straight line with the spheres of first row. Then the spheres of second row is different from the spheres of first row arrangement. It is like AB type arrangement. AB type arrangement. So in this arrangement, take the one reference point. So this is our reference point. So around this reference point, so 6 nearest neighbors are there. So these 6 adjacent neighbors are arranged in a corners of hexagon, and they form the one hexagon shape. Hence it is called hexagonal close packing of spheres. In this hexagonal close packing, what is the coordination number of the sphere? So coordination number is number is 6. So if you observe in this, triangular voids will form. So take, this is one atom, and this is one lattice point, and this is lattice point. What is this? This is called triangular void. So in this two-dimensional close packing of spheres, so triangular voids will form. So here also, so I want to show one more here, triangular void. So this is triangular void. So in this two-dimensional close packing, triangular voids are formed. Here the atoms are properly locked, and the empty space is very less. So and the packing fraction is very high. So the crystal lattice formed is very strong. So crystal lattice formed is very strong. And what about packing fraction? So packing fraction is high. The atoms are The atoms are properly locked. The 3D arrangement of these layers gives the HCP and CCP. So the 3D arrangement of these layers gives HCP and FCC or CCP. I want to give the final conclusion. Between these two, hexagonal close packing is efficient packing. So because the atoms or the spheres are properly locked and empty space is very less, the packing fraction is very high, and the crystal, it gives the strong crystal lattice. The 3D arrangement of these layers gives the HCP and the CCP crystal lattices. So that's why hexagonal close packing is the very efficient packing. It gives the strong crystal lattice. So this is about close packing in 2 dimensions. So the third one is close packing in 3 dimension. So the layers formed in 2-dimensional close packing arranged one over the other, one above the other. Multiple layers arranged one above the other. So they form a true or real 3-dimensional structure of the solid. In this, the first one is 3-dimensional close packing from 2-dimensional square close packed layers, because there are 2 types of close packings in 2 dimension. One is square close packed layers, next one is hexagonal close packed layers. First we will see the 3-dimensional structures formed by the square close packed layers. In this, the second layer is placed above the first layer in such a way that the spheres of second layer exactly align with the spheres of the first layer. Means the spheres of these 2 layers are exactly aligned horizontally and vertically, like this. So this is the arrangement of square close packed layers in 3D. So let us take, this is the first layer. What about this one? This is second layer. So here the second layer is placed above the first layer in such a way that the spheres of these 2 layers are exactly aligned vertically as well as horizontally. So they are in a straight line. The spheres of the first row and second row are in a straight line. Means the second layer spheres are exactly placed above the spheres of the first layer. The arrangement of the first layer, the sphere arrangement of the first layer is A-type arrangement. The spheres of the second layer also A-type arrangement, because both the layer spheres are aligned together vertically as well as horizontally. Hence, the arrangement is A-type arrangement. So this is the arrangement. So because of this 3D arrangement of square closed packed layers, a cubic lattice is generated. So cubic lattice is generated, and it gives a simple cubic unit cell or primitive cubic unit cell. Like first and second layer, many layers make arrange one above the other. They form a 3-dimensional structure of the solid. Because of the 3D arrangement of square closed packed layers, a cubic lattice is generated, and it gives the simple cubic unit cell. So this is the 3D arrangement of square closed packed layers. The next one is 3-dimensional arrangement of hexagonal close packed layers. 3-dimensional close packing from 2-dimensional hexagonal close packed layers. So the formation of three-dimensional structures of the crystals from two-dimensional hexagonal close packed layers takes place in two steps. Step 1 is placing second layer over the first layer, and step 2 is placing third layer over the second layer. Let us see the step 1. So placing second layer over the first layer. I want to show when the second layer is placed above the first layer, the arrangement is like this. This is the first two-dimensional hexagonal layer, and this is second. This is second layer, or you can call it as first layer is below layer and second layer is the above layer. If the second layer is placed over the first layer in such a way that the spheres of these two layers are not aligned, means, for example, the arrangement of spheres in first layer is A type arrangement. Then the spheres of the second layer arrangement is B type, because both are not aligned. So this is the AB type arrangement. In this case, we can observe, so mainly two types of voids are formed. So for example, if this is the void, so this void is occupied by the four spheres, and this void, see, this void is formed by the four spheres. So this is one, and so three are on above layer, second layer, and one is bottom layer or first layer. So this void is formed by the 1, 2, 3. These three layers are above layer, and this one, the fourth one is bottom layer or below layer. So this void is formed by the four spheres. That's why it is called tetrahedral void. Here the T indicates, this T indicates tetrahedral void. In other places, what happened? 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, 3. So these three are above layer. This is the triangular void, and at the same time there is one more layer here. 1, 2, and 3. So this is the triangular void formed by the bottom layer. So these triangular voids of above layer and below layer exactly matched. So this void is called octahedral void. This octahedral void formed by the two triangular voids. The O indicates octahedral void. So by placing the second layer over the first layer, so this type of voids are formed: tetrahedral void and octahedral void. The step 2 is placing the third layer over the second layer. So there are two possibilities for placing the third layer over the second layer. Just now, as I discussed, so once the second layer is placed over the first layer, two types of voids are formed. So they are tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. So we can place the third layer over the second layer in such a way that to cover the tetrahedral voids or octahedral voids. So based on this covering of tetrahedral and octahedral voids, so two possibilities are there. Let us see what are these two possibilities. One is covering the tetrahedral voids. So in this, the spheres of third layer will cover the tetrahedral voids of the second layer. Let us see how does this arrangement takes place. So this is the first layer. So this is first layer. What about this one? This is second layer. So what is this one? This is third layer. Placing of third layer over the second layer in such a way that the spheres of third layer will cover the tetrahedral voids of the second layer. Means the spheres of third layer covering the tetrahedral voids of the second layer. So in this case, the spheres of third layer exactly align with the spheres of the first layer. See in this diagram, the spheres of third layer and the spheres of first layer are in coming in straight line. So we can say the third layer and the first layer are similar or same type of arrangement of the spheres. Hence, the third layer also called as A. So it is a AB type arrangement. So it is AB AB type arrangement. So this type of arrangement. So because of this arrangement, so hexagonal close packed 3D structures are formed. Now coming to the next one, covering of octahedral voids. If the spheres of third layer will cover the octahedral voids of the second layer, then see how does the arrangement. Let us take this is first layer. So it is first layer. What is this one? This is second layer. So what is this one? This is third layer. So what is this one? This is fourth layer. The spheres of third layer will cover the octahedral voids of the second layer. Then the spheres of third layer are not aligned with the spheres of the first layer. So the third layer is the different type of arrangement. Let it be C type of arrangement. So first one is A type of arrangement, and the second layer B is B type of arrangement. Then C is the so different from the B and A, because the spheres of third layer is not aligned with the spheres of the second layer and the spheres of the first layer. That's why it is a different type of arrangement. Let it be C. So A, B, C. When you take the spheres of fourth layer, the spheres of fourth layers are exactly aligned with the spheres of the first layer. Hence, it is ABC and ABC type of arrangement. So, because of this 3D arrangement, it gives the cubic close packed 3D structures or face centered cubic lattice structures. Here, the conclusion point is, so while the third layer is placed on the second layer, then these two types of 3D structures are formed. One is HCP, other one is FCC. Let us see what are the differences between this HCP and the FCC packings. So this is property first. So type of arrangement. So HCP, which type of arrangement, that is just now I discussed. In HCP, which type of arrangement is there? So how does the hexagonal close packing structure is formed? Because of AB type arrangement. Whereas cubic close packed or face centered cubic lattice structures are formed by so ABC type of arrangement. So now come to the second one. So which type of metals will show the HCP packings? So example metals. Here like magnesium, zinc, cadmium, and beryllium. Whereas CCP structures shown by the copper, iron, silver, nickel, platinum. So this type of metals. So now come to the third one, lattice points per unit cell. So because of HCP unit cell will form. Because of CCP packings, FCC unit cell will form. So in HCP, the number of lattice points per unit cell is here 6. Whereas in FCC, the number of lattice points are here 4. So what is the coordination number? In both cases, coordination number is 12. Coordination number. Here 12, here also 12. The fifth one is, what is the packing fraction in both cases? So in both cases, the packing fraction is 74%. So packing fraction. So packing fraction in both cases is 74%. Now excess of symmetry. Excess of symmetry. So in HCP, a six-fold excess of symmetry, whereas in CCP, a three-fold excess of symmetry is present. The metals which have the HCP structures have the less malleable and ductile, whereas CCP metals have the high malleability and ductility. Next one is malleability and ductility. Here it is low malleable and ductile, whereas here high malleability and ductility. So these are the main differences between the hexagonal close packed structures and the cubic close packed structures. So that's all for today's session. Thank you.